How do I know if it's time to hire an Amazon ads agency? We just had last Friday a meeting with someone. They are doing wholesale and they have deals with multiple bigger brands and they're selling their products. And it was like, yes, I've been doing this. I just literally have 1 day per month, to do that. And, sometimes when I'm thinking of things that I regret, I did not outsource quicker. It was, I knew how to do things. I knew which are the KPIs, and I did not hire right away someone to take this over. And why I'm saying that is because sometimes if you do have the time and if you do have the passion, for example, for me, it was Amazon ads. I've done Amazon ads and I was like, no, I want to learn this for myself because if I learned it, then I understand. But back then, my time didn't really work, but it's worked now. And then it was like, yes, I want to absorb as many things as possible, and I did have also the time. It did not worth spending the time on something else. That was a good investment on my end. Right now, if it comes down, should I learn the skills? Should I have someone else? I would have someone else. So think of it this way. It's going to be a good time if, one, you understand that, hey, Amazon ads is something that you really need for your products and it's going to help you make more sales. Two, you have also someone who you can report directly, who you can, hey, this person is going to get me. This person showed me that they already know how Amazon ads work. This person right away can see the patterns that I can. And getting back to Friday meeting, it was interesting because, if you're doing this day in, day out, and if you're logging into an account and it's a new account, you're going to look for specific patterns and you're going to look for patterns that are positives and negatives. Now, the very first patterns that I usually look at is like campaign naming, because I know this might be the least amount of thing that someone might think of, but if the campaign naming is not structured correctly, then I know clearly, okay, that is the amount of details or less amount of details that I'm going to get if I'm going to open up a campaign. Now, really important, the moment that I saw a campaign that it was like 128 targets, I immediately opened it because I know that can be one of the best practices if applied correctly within an agency. We are doing it as discovery campaign, catch-up campaign, very low bids. Now this campaign was 128 products. Most of them I almost put on enabled, and it was an auto campaign with all the ad sites going on. And yeah, there was maybe 5 keywords in negative, and there were like a lot of products were wasting money. And there was like one specific product I still remember. It was like almost 600 clicks. It got 600 clicks and it was still enabled. The moment or the date that I was checking out the account, later on they paused it because finally they had time for ads, But I think that should be your tell of these 600 clicks. How much spend did it generate for me? Because that generated around, in that campaign only, I think it was around $700, $800. Yes, it was for the month. But if the account spent on a monthly basis not more than $5,000, then that means that almost, so $5,000, let's make easy math. $5,000, 10% is first. Around 20% of that only in this campaign was bleeding there, So that's why I'm saying that sometimes when it comes down to hire out, whoever you are going to hire out, either you're going to be able to teach them the skills, either you already understand their skills and now you're expecting just performance. You should be hiring out things that you don't want to become a master of. Amazon ads is something that I personally invested at least 10,000 hours in it. So at least 3+ years, no, 6 years actually. Let's say 20,000 hours. That would be a good number. Just because I'm passionate and I want to understand and I'm helping brands by doing so. If you want to hire that out, great. If you want to do it yourself, also great. But just consider your time investment and if it's worth it. This was a bit more longer and more in-depth answer just because I'm seeing more and more fear when it comes down to brands on should they hire agencies, should they not. They had the worst performance with agencies and they're afraid and they don't know what to do and so on and so forth. And especially I see smaller brands facing this. Now, quick caveat to that, because you're a smaller brand, usually you're going to overwhelm sometimes agencies because you're going to ask all the questions that are not ad related and so on. And because of that, many agencies are just not going to, prioritize your request as they would for someone who, hey, I got what you're doing, you are showing performance, I'm just leaving you at it and just do the best.